Apple Watts. I was able to watch a bit of her interview, bits and pieces of it and whatnot or whatever. First off, I want to say this. Let's keep her lifted up in prayer. Let's keep her and anybody else lifted up in prayer, because we never know what somebody is going through. We know bits and pieces, but we don't know the real thing, okay? Look, you guys, I watched her interview or whatever it is, bits and pieces of it, okay? And, she finally said exactly what played a part in her crashing, pretty much, right? Before she was in a coma. All right, she did say that she didn't want to disclose this because of the simple fact that she thought she was going to be judged, which, okay, was it not a good decision for her to hop behind the wheel? Absolutely not. Okay, she did say that she wished that her family and her friends would have stopped her from jumping behind the wheel because they knew that she was under the influence. She also said that she's the type that would get confrontational and things like that. So she said that if we didn't know her like that, we wouldn't have known that. So it took her to say it for us to even know that she get confrontational, unless you didn't see her get confrontational, personally. This is a situation where she finally came out and said something. She finally came out and disclosed what really happened. Okay. We on here, we're looking at her interview, but what are we doing in our private lives that we are not disclosing out to the public? Because I want to ask you this. Matter of fact, let me tell you this. I used to be one of them ones that hop behind the wheel, after some drinks or whatever it is. I used to be that one that made that bad decision, that wrong decision, okay, to hop behind the wheel. And couldn't nobody tell me nothing because of the simple fact that, look, I do this. I've been doing this for years, Definitely it was a generational curse, but I've been seeing family members hop in a car with a little red cup, in between the cup holder or whatever it is. I mean, come on now, the old school folks know how it used to be. Okay, thank God he delivered me from that, so that's not something that I am advocating for. But God delivered me in 2019, or I would probably still be in that state. All right. I used to be one of them ones that hop behind the wheel and whatnot or whatever. Okay, it was many countless nights that I didn't know how I was gonna make it home. It was many countless mornings, so I should say, that I didn't know how I made it home. Okay, but didn't nobody know that because I didn't go out in front of the world and tell nobody. I just want to know from you guys, who have made bad decisions, who have not made so good decisions. Okay, if it wasn't by the grace of God, would have made it home that night? I'm just saying, because I just know that it was nobody but God that got me home on those nights and in them early mornings. Do you understand me? So let's just be more compassionate. Let's just be more empathetic, to those who actually come out and speak, okay? Because this could help somebody else of what she's going through. God's plan is perfect. And if he allowed something, okay, because the enemy can only do what God allows him to do. Do you understand me? But I just want to ask you, okay, how many of those nights, how many of those mornings did you make it home and didn't know how you made it home? Okay, just because somebody's situation didn't end up like somebody else's, that don't mean it was right either. And just not in this situation. We've all made bad decisions, okay? It might not have been just like the results of somebody else's because we are all on different journeys. Just know, it was God that got you home on them nights. It was God that protected you. It was God that saved you. It was God who kept his angels, okay, with a hedge of protection around you. It was nobody but God, okay? Nobody but God. I want you to know that. I've been the sober one, and I've been the one who was out acting a fool. Do you understand me? If we can try to prevent or stop somebody from hopping behind the wheel, even though it's their bad decision, because I know that none of us want to get that phone call the next day and say, hey, so-and-so got in a car crash. So-and-so ain't here no more. If we could do something, even if it ain't nothing that's could possibly be confrontational, like hiding car keys or something like that. Let's try our best, to be there for one another. Let's lift each other up. Let's edify one another, okay? Because let me tell you this, the word of God say we are not to be drunk, that we need to be sober minded, okay? That's what the word of God says. So no, it's not godly to be drunk. No. And it's not godly to be non-sober minded. Do you understand me? With any substance or whatever it is. It's not of God, okay? What if on that day, okay, that person that you were with, God had you there to be able to help them live another day? Do you understand me? So I'm just saying, let's look at both sides of this. And let's just make sure that we are empathizing, okay, edifying, okay, and bringing each other up. I'm not saying do not keep nobody accountable, right? Even with that, we can do that in love as well, all right? I hope we all learn something from this situation on both sides. Do you understand me? Because I want y'all to understand this. The best thing that we can do is pray for people. We can't change nobody, but the best thing we can do is pray for people. And I know the prayer works. The Bible talks about the prayers of the righteous availeth much, okay? And I know that the word of God works. And how I know is because it worked in my life. So let's continue to put that in effect. Do you understand me? Look, it could have been you. It could have been me. All right. And remember that we've all made decisions that we are not happy with. But God bless you.